The major thing is that are we genuinely practicing peace, or we're just doing it for camouflage?
The wealthy people in a particular area have become part of the government, and they should try to provide jobs for people around them. If you are wealthy, it's not supposed to be for just yourself. You understand? It's supposed to use it to empower people. Empowering doesn't mean giving you money. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your favorite host, Ononike Nemizie, and I've come today with an interesting guest. As an ambassador of peace, someone that loves peace. I think he can go far and wide for peace. I don't know how to put it, but he's done a lot for peace. You can't just put it in a word, but then he's really done a lot for peace. You all should welcome with me, Ambassador Paul Daniel. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
How's it going?
Oh, that's okay.
How's it going? How's it going with the preparation for the 22nd what? The 22nd what?
22nd Annual National Peace Conference is at the top gear. The house is moving fine. Yeah.
What made you so interested in this? Did you have something, maybe about something that made you so interested in peace?
Well, peace is everybody's business.
Yeah.
We all need peace. Well, I've been practicing. I've been into peace building for more than 25 years, and it has become part of me. So there's no and without peace, there's not going to be development. There's not law. Even me and you here cannot really can't have any business. So peace is an interested, integral part of the society.
Oh, that shows why you're involved.
Yeah.
So before coming, I met some people have questions because the annual peace event is really big around here. Some people have some questions. They sent some questions, sent about 5 to 7 questions. We'll be breaking them down here. So I will start by saying. Should I start with the first one? How should we start? First or last? How should we start?
Anyone?
It's fine. All right. The first one is Nigeria has witnessed recurring conflicts despite countless peace initiatives. Yeah. What exactly are we missing in our current peace building approach, and what must change for solutions to actually work on the ground?
That's a very interesting question, but I think based on my experience is that the major thing is that are we genuinely practicing peace? That's another question that we need to ask ourselves. If there are a lot of work on peace building or CSO participating in peace building, but is there genuine people that were really convinced that this peace is important to us, or we're just doing it for camouflage? So a lot of things attached to that peace building. Frankly speaking, is that most of us that are into peace building, either the government or the individual or the people in power, we are not sincere. That's why there is a lot of recurrence of conflict. You see? Yeah.
Thinking about this current issue in Maiduguri.
Well, you see, the issue in Maiduguri is a complex issue that me and you here cannot solve it. Because if you look at the issue of insecurity, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, there are a lot of places that they couldn't allow the conflict to be part of them. Yeah. And there are others that have seen it as a way of making money. We call them conflict entrepreneurs. Yeah. And there are also ethnical, different groups or beliefs. Yeah. Now, for instance, when you look at the issue of Maiduguri, the Boko Haram issue, well, it started, and I think the government also tried on its own part. But the people within that community must also have that sincere of purpose that we don't want this thing to happen. We don't want this thing in our land. For instance, there are places in Bauchi that Boko Haram initially started. The first explosion of Boko Haram started in Bauchi. Yes, at the whole airport. But why is it Bauchi up to now? We couldn't give them that
When did that happen? The first.
Well, I don't want to make mistake of that. If at all I knew that I could have gone through that. But I know they started somewhere here at the old airport before when they were strike off, they moved to Maiduguri. But I think if I can get the proper data, I can also inform. So what am I trying to say is that the people in that community or in that state must agree that we don't want this step.
Yeah. Starts from the people.
We start from the people itself.
The people are trying. Well, then the peace, people that are not, the government are not doing enough. Sometimes I might want peace. Do you understand? And the government is not done. There are other people that are coming outside from my community. All I need, I can only run to the government. Yeah. Do you understand? And what if the government is not doing enough for the people's survival?
But sometimes, yes, I agree with you. When we look at the non-kinetic approach, you don't just blame, you don't blame government. As rightly said, is that people, it is a collective effort.
Yeah.
Now, if the government are ready to provide, or the people are ready to provide the peace, and the government are not ready, or politicians are politicizing, it becomes a serious problem in the society. So what am I trying to say? That this issue of peace building is a collective thing.
Yeah, to them.
Both sides, government and individuals,
everybody to be involved. Yeah. So let's move to the second question. We're trying to cut it down. Let's move to the second question. Second question says, from Anonymous, it said, in northern Nigeria, insecurity is deeply tied to poverty, unemployment, and weak institutions. Which of these should be the number one priority if you want lasting peace, and why?
Well, that's his own view. Yeah. But frankly speaking, is that when you look at the rate of the unemployment, okay, if people are engaged and have something to do, nobody will like to raise his hands or conflict. Yeah. But frankly speaking, a lot of people are redundant, and they don't have anything to do. The other thing is that, you see, this issue of getting people to be educated is another aspect. The level of education in the north, of course, some states have gone far, but when you look at it, still there are a lot of challenges. And look at the number of children out of school, the number of people out of school. You see, let me tell you the truth, the government cannot provide job for everybody. Even countries that have developed like US and China. You see, everybody must be engaged. What am I trying to say? The government should create a platform whereby everybody will be engaged, whereby people that are into business, they can be able to have access of to do their business. Those that are not fully educated can be able to have skills, you know. So that's its own view. But when we look at it in other aspects, the unemployment rate is high, and the level of children out of school children is another aspect. Yeah.
I think that answers that question.
Yeah.
I think that answers that question. But what do you feel the government can do? Me, I know personally, I know that the government cannot do everybody jobs. Do you understand? But what do you think? But I feel like the rich people in a particular, the wealthy people in a particular area have become part of the government, and they should try to provide jobs for people around them. If you are wealthy, it's not supposed to be for just yourself. You understand? It's supposed to use it to empower people. Empowering doesn't mean giving me money. Yeah. It doesn't mean giving me, open the business for me. Yeah. Be productive for yourself. Try to make the economy better. And obviously, I'm making my life better. You understand what I'm saying? So it's quite a big topic. It's quite a big niche. If we talk about it now, we can stay here forever. But it's something. Let's move to the next question because of time. Yeah. So the next one says, many communities feel disconnected from this. From Anonymous, I think he said his name is Usman. Usman wrote this. He said many communities feel disconnected from peace conferences because they don't see real impact. How can peace building shift from conference halls to real implementation in villages, schools, and local government areas?
That's a very good question. I've been a grassroots peace builder, so I know what you are talking. And I have also I've told most of these organizations that normally comes with peace project, I say sometimes the people that you are bringing them, they are not the conflict entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You need to go to the grassroots and organize a kind of sensitization and workshop. You know, bringing them in the hotel is another aspect of good. But the truth is that those people that carries weapon or the foot soldiers, they are not the people that comes to that conference. So entirely, we have to change our approach,
Our perspective.
yes, we have to change the approach of doing things. We should have a room whereby we identify these foot soldiers,
Yeah.
this group syndicate. We bring them together. We go to the grassroots. We talk to them. Let them also see the importance of peace.
Yeah.
So by the time we change our approach, frankly speaking, you see the desire. Another thing is that both the religion leaders and the traditional leaders and those in government should encourage peace.
So someone was telling me that, but I don't know if it was in your office. Yeah, I've been in your office some of that time. Someone was telling me that if the government, if the government officials have children in the army, that they'll be more peaceful. Well, I don't know if it was in your office or the other person.
I think I saw this post on the internet. So, like, I always give example to the present governor of Bauchi. When you look at it, he's a global peace citizen. Because when you look at she's 7 years in governance, you see most of the things he tried to do to make sure that we have a peaceful state in Bauchi. And anytime there are any issue of challenges that have to do, you see him at the forefront. And that's what is expected from a leader. We call them exemplary leader. Perhaps there are other governors that are also trying their own best, but I can only give example. For instance, any approach that you meet him in respect to peace building, you will see he has that passion. But I have met people that have philanthropy, they have resources, they have businesses. Now, for instance, let me give you this annual peace conference that we have approached a lot of people that will say, we want you people to come and invest. We want you people to be partner of this. But a lot of them felt that they are not interested.
Yeah.
But if there are issues today, all their business will be closed.
Yeah. So it is the thing is that it still gets back to us. It still gets, whether you like peace or not, you like this, you like war, it still gets back. Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense. That's what we're going. I don't know what is the you know so much about peace, and there's this 22nd Peace Annual Conference. What is the aim of this one? You have to be an aim here.
I think the aim, one is to complement the efforts of the government, both the state and the federal level. Because when somebody is working for peace, no matter how little it is, you have to give him that courage. You have to give him that support. Then another thing, the aim of the government is to bring stakeholders together. We come together. Let's see if we can have other different innovation waves to approach some of the stuff. I used to tell people that, when you think that peace is funding peace is expensive, try war. Try war. Look at the kind of money American is spending in the war in Europe. At the end of the day, you'll see if that money is injected through the non-kinetic way of doing, whereby you bring people we through dialogue, through understanding. And I don't know whether you understand. Because the issue of peace, well, sometimes we make mistakes. It is something that need to be built gradually, step by step. It doesn't just come a day.
Yeah.
So it must be something that works within the system of the society and the system of government.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. I think we had a nice time today with Ambassador Daniel.
Yeah.
We had a really nice time. He said so much about peace. Some things I didn't know. He explained to me how people everybody can be involved in the peace of the country. He said something that actually taught me. He said, if you don't like, you feel that peace is expensive, try war. So I feel that everybody needs to come together to achieve peace at some point. So this is another episode of the Hopeline Podcast, and welcome. Thank you guys for watching till now, and we'll see you another time.